I never thought I would say this, but I've run 1,000 kilometers this year so far. Today I want to talk about what changed and how I finally found a way to actually enjoy running. I used to always just push hard to like the limit of my capacity, of my heart capacity, and at the end of each workout I would always feel very exhausted. But then earlier this year I learned about zone 2 running. For anyone who is unfamiliar with this, basically zone 2 training is about exercising at 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate's capacity. So basically in running that would be like the easy pace, running at a conversational pace where you can sort of be able to have a conversation with someone, like not an intense conversation, but basically being able to put sentences together without like running out of breath. So now it's November, but basically in January of this year I started running at a very slow pace because I wanted to sort of get into the zone 2 training, something that I had never done before. The first, 2 to 3 months at least, I would always have to like run a little bit then walk, run a little bit then walk. The cool thing about it is that although I was running ridiculously slow, I was sort of enjoying the runs. I was starting to appreciate like my environment, look around and sort of see nature and like, the trees and like the weather or whatever was going on around me. As someone who had never done zone 2 training before, it was sort of new. If you're always running in zone 4 or 5, it's sort of like you're always focused on just where you're going, or maybe not even that, you're just looking down, like really going very hard. And another cool thing about it is that right after my run, I would always feel like, I could have kept going. I think that's sort of the point of zone 2 training, that you are not really killing yourself all the time. You're just like sort of going at a pace that is sustainable for the long run, that allows you to build up endurance and also to sort of be more efficient with your body. In zone 2, basically, your main source of energy is not carbs, but rather your body fat. So the more time you spend in zone 2, the more efficient your body is going to be in like learning how to rely on fat rather than on carbohydrates as their main source of energy. And in the long run, that's more sustainable because you just use your own resources. And then this leads me to the 80-20 rule. It's simple, like 80% of your training should actually be zone 2 sort of training, like aerobic training, and the rest, or the 20%, should be like in zone 4 or zone 5, where you're sort of doing more higher intensity workouts. That's what did the trick for me to like get to running 1,000 kilometers in the first 10 months of the year. I know for like more experienced runners, 1,000 kilometers is not really a lot. But for me, as someone who like really hated running before and I didn't have a clue on like the techniques and like the 80-20 rules, the zone 2 stuff, like for me, if you told me this time last year that I would run 1,000 kilometers by November 1st, like I would have just laughed a lot. The way my running routine looks every week is like I have maybe a couple of 5Ks during the week. Maybe if I manage, I would squeeze in a 10K, and then like on a Saturday I would go for like cycling, and then on Sunday I would do another 10K. So I run like on average 25 to 30K every week, which by now sort of added up to 1,000 kilometers. Another thing I want to talk about is like I said at the beginning that I was very slow. I had to sort of walk, run for like 2 to 3 months before I actually could like maintain like a jogging pace for the entire duration. And the thing I learned was that I was starting to get faster as time went on within my zone 2. So I used to like jog at 8 minutes per kilometer to like now I can maintain zone 2 in like 6 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer. If you're a runner, if you're starting to thinking about implementing this zone 2, let me know how it goes. Or if you have done it before, please share your experiences. And if you have any sort of advice for how I can sort of improve my training even more, also leave a comment down below. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.